everyone, welcome back to Black Hollywood Live's Reality Check. Happy New Year. Today we are talking Khloe Kardashian's revenge body, or is it a revenge body because everything about her is fake? Hello, Mr. Potato Head. And Soulja Boy versus everybody because he is starting drama with literally everyone except for Jesus Christ himself. And we're also going to definitely talk about Corinne. Yes, on The Bachelor. Not the Corinne here, but on The Bachelor she strips. Nick tells all. Stay tuned.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live, Reality Check.
The loud got me moving slow-mo. Hey, yo, Tweety, where the hoes, bro?
I hope everyone had an amazing New Year. 2017 has been good to me. How about you, Jesse?
It's been fabulous, blessed and highly favored.
Holler!
I ride for my guys.
There you go.
Baby gave me head, that's a low blow.
So let's talk about Khloe Kardashian. Actually, let me go ahead and give you the backstory. She has a new show on E! And it's called Revenge Body. Now, a lot of people are not a fan of this show, including Wendy Williams. She recently said that,
Honey, Wendy need to go on that show.
well, she does look like a lamp. However, she's very, very truthful.
Wendy Williams looks like a character from Brave Little Toaster.
But let me tell you what I love Wendell. She is true and honest with what she's done with her body. And that's her dilemma with the show Revenge Body. And that's my dilemma. Let's pause and rewind. Bish got the nerve to have before and after, then and now pictures on her Instagram. Honey, then you didn't have the money to get what you needed to get done. And now you do. So you cannot give all of this information to the public and be like, if you do all of these things, then you're going to look as fly and fabulous as I do. No, because you need some plastic surgery.
Boop. Now, what would have been really cool is if, the Kardashians were like, you know what? We're going to give a young person out there who wants to change their mind, who wants to change their body. We're going to support you, and we're going to pay for your plastic surgery,
And
too.
Rob should be on the show. He should have been on the first episode.
I mean, real talk. Like, if you're going to change someone's body...
Can we get a revenge body on Rob? Can I see the only packs that I'm seeing from him are the ones he's bringing home from the fast food restaurants.
Honey, the 6-pack of beer that he bringing home, the pack of fucking Chipotle chicken coming through, the pack of
ramen noodles,
$1.49 10-piece from the damn Burger King.
Taco sauce.
I mean, I'm just sitting up here looking at Rob like, honey, why are you in the drive-thru for In-N-Out?
You need to just figure it out because you know what? First of all, the show is a snooze fest anyways. I doubt that it's going to last. Revenge Body.
Oh.
I like the Rob and China show. It's cute and Dream is adorable, so they have that going. Oh, you think it's a snooze fest too?
I'm just over all of it. I'm over the Kardashians. I'm over the Robin Black.
If you haven't noticed, because I love to dip my toe in a little bit of shade every single day.
I was like, wait.
every day. So on the Shade Room, people are really over the Kardashians. The Shade Room is my go-to site when I want to get all of the juiciest tea and information really quick, fast, and in a hurry. And every single post that they make about the Kardashians gets like, what? 13 let me be realistic, about 47 comments. Typically, they would get hundreds of comments. People are over it. And those comments that they do get are people saying like, we're over this, we're over the Kardashians, blah, blah, blah. I think that they have reached their peak. Like, freaking Kim is trying to push this burglary that happened. Over 17
now
people
she's
were
trying
arrested.
To push it. Yeah, like, why are all those people arrested? Like,
I'm like, Kim, arrest your career. We're done. Lock it up. Akon, they won't let me out.
Speaking of done careers, Fox decided to pick up this show from Australia. It's called My Kitchen Rules, and they did a celebrity version of it. I only heard about it because I came across it on my Hulu because there was nothing else to watch over the Christmas break. And basically, I mean, the first episode, it was Brandy and Ray J, so all these celebrities go.
I thought they stay on, though.
What do you mean?
Like, the first episode is Brandy and Ray J cooking, but then they stay on as a part of the cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a whole, like, it's this cast of celebrities. It's like Brandy Glanville, Lance Bass, Brandy, Andrew Dice Clay, some other people.
We don't know anybody but Brandy and Ray J.
You know Lance from NSYNC.
Oh, okay. Like, is he trying to revive his career, or
Honey, everyone on this show is trying to revive their career.
Well, Brandy doesn't need to revival.
Honestly,
I don't think so.
I feel like this has shown me more of Brandy than I've ever seen in my life. Like, watching this made me question, like, is Brandy, like, ADHD? Is she, like, a little, like...
Brandy's super hood. She's a sophisticated ratchet girl. I think
Have you seen the show?
I have. It was on. This is the first episode. Like,
I mean, maybe they just edited her crazy because I was just like,
no, I think that's how she is. No, I think that's who she is. She even made a comment to Ray J, like, Ray, you know how I am when it comes to, like, preparing stuff for people. I want it to be great. You know, Ray.
Okay, but if you want it to be great, like, my thing is, like, why are you making an appetizer that you've never made before? You're going to make shrimp wrap and bacon. You don't know how to make it. Like, why would you do that?
Wasn't it their challenge to make something out of the box?
No, girl. I don't know what box you're talking about. Like, they can cook what they want. And then...
She should have made some Southern cuisine.
She made that damn... it wasn't oxtail or whatever on the rice, and it just looked so basic. Like, okay, girl, like, and then Lance Bass, like, first of all, you don't know how to cook. Your mama know how to cook, and second of all, she put you in charge of them damn waffles. You don't serve people waffles that ain't crispy. The fuck? Like, the only thing cute about that was that there was a twig that you drizzle your honey syrup on, and at the end of the day, I don't know if I would even want that because I'm like, where did this tree come from?
True. From the backyard.
But anyways, you guys can check that. It's on Thursdays on Fox at 9 p.m. It's something cute for right now, you know what I mean? Because TV's kind of...
How do you feel about Ray J talking about Kim Kardashian so much recently?
He got to stay in the press.
And I'm for it. You know why? Because Kim Kardashian is famous because of the sex tape she created with him.
Okay, but
so if Ray J can make some coins off of Kim Kardashian's name now that Kim Kardashian is so much, she's a bigger celebrity than Ray J, and Brandy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this in 2016, 2007, I really feel that like the kids ain't checking for Brandy on Broadway.
The girls are in WeHo.
I wasn't.
No, like the girls, like the gay boys.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so if he wants to piggyback
or they
off
say this is my thing. The gays say that they support Brandy, but them album sales always never.
I liked Brandy back in the day, but I'm not I don't really.
Like one after Full Moon, it was just kind of like.
Yeah. After Cinderella with Whitney, I'm cool.
Wait.
No shade.
You said you watched Star.
First of all, shout out to Star on Fox. Queen, Tyrese, we can do without you.
Yeah,
and that little
honestly.
uniform, but that's cool.
No, it ain't cool. Like
not.
The day
I'm
Tyrese walked out with a preacher thing on, I was just done with everything.
But he plays the role really well. Like I feel like the role suits him. If we didn't know who Tyrese was and what he was about previous to this role, we would accept him in it. I just don't feel like his character is needed for the show to be carried. I just think that Queen Latifah's character needs a love interest, but they don't even go together.
The chemistry's weird.
All of her hood wigs.
She need to stop. And whoever dared put that green one on her, like, shame on you.
Looking like a hood peacock.
Shame on you. Miss Lawrence, like, seeing Miss Lawrence in this every week, I'd just be like...
I like that character, though. I feel like that is a need. And then Amaya Scott, I love her character.
Amaya Scott.
I love what they're doing with the fact that she's like, but you have a daughter.
Yep.
And Queen's like, no, bitch, I don't. You are a boy. She's like, no, mama, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, bitch.
She's gonna be good. She's new at. I feel like she's new at acting. Cause she'd be a little over the top with certain things.
She's pretty much playing herself, so that's why it's easy for her. I don't necessarily consider her an actress because it's not necessarily something that she's doing that's out of the box. She's playing herself. It's like if this is rolling right now and I'm like talking to you and I'm playing a freaking entertainment reporter. I'm gonna nail it. Hi, me. But anyway, I love the show. I love the three girls. I'm not a fan of the popcorn.
I love the music.
Bubblegum music.
I bring me. Dun, 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 dun,
I'm not. But you know who I love? I love that chocolate girl on there. She is so gorgeous.
She's my favorite.
And I
Ryan
love Quincy,
Destiny. Love her.
Who is her love interest. And you know what? Was kind of weird to me, but not to him because he probably didn't think about this. But she looked like his mama.
Oh.
Doesn't she, though? She looked just like
a
his
little,
mama.
because I look at her and I'm like, oh, she do look like she could be Naomi Campbell's daughter.
Not her mama on the show.
No. I
She
know.
looks like-
I know. But I'm saying when I look at her, I do think that. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, Naomi could actually be her mom.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I know you're not.
Oh, okay.
I'm making my own statement.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that okay?
I'm like, no.
But the only reason I brought this up was because I died in the last episode when they told Simone, they were like, sing something. And she's like, impossible. Like, bitch, out of everything you could have sang, you're going to sing Whitney Houston. For a plain yellow pumpkin to
My
become
only
a golden
confusion
pie.
is the first girl with the
Star?
blonde. Is she white
Kate
or
Hudson's
is she
daughter.
mixed?
Like, I'm like, is this Kate Hudson's daughter? If Tory Lanez and Kate Hudson had a child, it would be Star.
But I don't know if she's mixed or is she white.
No, she white. She white, and I think that her sister's mixed. I think her mama had a different father, but I feel like Star is.
Well, that was good. That was good casting because she looks very ethnic. Well, of course, a lot of white girls do nowadays.
Oh, we already talked about the Kardashians.
So moving right along to
Speaking of no ethnicity, what's up going on at the Bachelor over there? This is the first year I'm really watching it.
Okay, so guys, I am such a huge fan of The Bachelor. I have always been, and The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise. I'm not, however, a fan of Nick. I don't think that he's very attractive. This is my opinion. I'm allowed to have one, but I'm not for it. And then it brings me to the point that he's only there to hook up with the girls, from what I see. And it's like, this is your opportunity to find love. You got played twice. Deuce too. On national television, you got played. So this is your opportunity to really.
So you don't think he's taking it serious?
No,
Why?
He's not taking it seriously. All he wants to do is hook up. First of all, Corinne, who is one of the contestants on The Bachelor, she like freaking stripped down because she was trying to compete with another girl who was in this really cute, well, it wasn't like a really cute bikini, but she was pretty much naked. And she was like, well, she's not going to show me up. I'm going to like take my bra off and have Nick hold my boobs like Janet Jackson did in that one cover. Literally, she called it, I'm going to Janet Jackson him. And me included, the girls were just like, is this what you're looking for? And even some of the contestants were like, is this literally what you're looking for? Because literally you just want to hook up, make out with girls, and you're just really attracted to their sexuality and not necessarily who they are.
But what if he's done this so many times that it's like,
but that's
you have to start with this. But you have to start with this. You have to get the hose out. Like, let's go. Let me see what every girl's gonna do. I'm gonna push.
Her.
Well, maybe.
He gave her a
but
rose.
sometimes, I mean, the thing is, look, I mean, I wonder sometimes. I feel like sometimes I'm gonna end up with a hoe. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I just feel like everyone a hoe out here. So it's like,
I don't necessarily.
let me
think
see
that
I want to see your hoe-ness. Like, let me see how much of a hoe you are.
Well, I don't think that made her a hoe because she did that. I just really feel like there are other girls on the show that he could have spent more time with that he did not. Instead, he spent more time with Corinne because I am. And then he hooked up. Seriously. And then JoJo's best friend, he kicked her off, and she came back on because she's like, okay, we hooked up, of course.
Okay, but did you feel like she should have stayed?
At least for one more week.
Look, girl, here's the thing. I mean, I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt because I was like, okay, maybe she hooked up with him and then was like, no, I'm not going to give you my number. You're like you're the player bachelor. Like, forget it. I thought maybe that. But then I'm like, nah, girl, like, at the end of the day, if you thought he was hot enough to hook up with and you still didn't want to give him your number, and then, like, 9 months later, like, you could have had a child in that amount of time, and you didn't want to contact him, hit him up, all of a sudden you pop up on it. All of a sudden you pop up on the show instead of just calling and being like, hey, I was wondering about that date. You going to show up on the show? I think you're here for other motives. He was doing
Bachelor in Paradise. He was doing a lot of different recordings. Like, I feel her. Like, if you hook up with a guy and you don't necessarily want to give him your number, that's totally okay.
Totally cool, but don't come on my third season and expect a rose. And I love that he kept her to the end. Like, I'm gonna make you shiver.
I'm over Nick. Like, he is just not. I just feel like he's somebody's best friend. Like, he's not the leading man to me. He doesn't have, like, the posture.
Honestly, I think that's why I like this season because, you know, I love a reality TV show. I love a reality show that has no point. I love a show that I can just watch and just rip the whole thing through. I don't take these girls seriously. Like, the fact that they even put any black girl on this show was a joke.
Oh, and they got a Latino.
Because
who's bisexual.
the fact that he even picked that one black girl, I was just like, he didn't even want this girl.
He's not down for the brown.
Exactly. Like, you can tell in the chemistry, and it's just weird. It's awkward, and I'm probably saying the same thing that people have been saying for how many years, but I'm just like, ABC, get it together. Get it together, because your shit, it looks racist. Like, it looks like he literally picked the first 4 or 5 girls all looked exactly the same.
It's pretty much saying
like
that
that
black
ombre
girls
hair.
or girls of color are not beautiful enough, or they're not desired enough to cast them.
He's like, I ain't gonna pick the black girl. I'm gonna pick the girl in the dolphin shark suit.
Yeah, but whatever. Who cares? Hidden Fences. Hidden Figures is the #1 movie in America, starring 3 black women.
3 black.
Anyway, so moving right along to the
Wait, hold on. Kareen says, why shouldn't he hook up? TV is no place to find love. He can find love off the show.
Wait, what? Read it again. I can't see that.
Why shouldn't he hook up on TV? It's no place to find love. He can find love off the show. Well, he ain't. He didn't find love off the show. He found a hookup with the girl that's on the show now. So now we here. Now we hear he dating dolphins, porn stars. Like, we just here. We in this paradise of Nicholas.
I think that he should have a great time. I totally do get that. But he was so butthurt and so heartbroken when he got dumped the first time. He was so
Ashley,
hurt the second
things
time.
happen, because here's the thing, like,
time to take it seriously.
Nope.
You are too old, bruh. You too old to be trying to just hook up.
No, Ashley, because, I mean, I was in a very serious relationship, and I put a lot of time, a lot of energy into that relationship, and then after that relationship, I, like, held my heart and protected.
But that's not what The Bachelor is for. The Bachelor, this is not freaking Bachelor in Paradise. That's a hookup show. This is The Bachelor. The premise is you go on there and you try and find true love.
But girls, sometimes love
would go off.
You gotta hook. You gotta hook up for love.
He's not cute enough for me to see him hooking up with girls. I don't want to look at your face.
Well,
I'm
girl,
not watching
but that's
it no more.
you. But a whole bunch
exactly.
of people like
I'm
it.
not watching it. That's fine.
Liar. Ashley gonna come in next week so irritated about episode 3.
Yes. First of all, is it coming on tomorrow? Martin Luther King Day?
Yep. No, it was on Friday.
No, that was a rerun.
Oh.
It comes on every Monday.
Yeah, but they're gonna start doing Fridays too.
Why?
I don't know. I just read that somewhere.
Interesting.
It should be on. You can't start 2 episodes and then you're gonna make me wait a 3rd week. Shark Tank wasn't on. You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna watch?
Gotham's coming back on.
Okay. Anyways, welcome back to Reality Check. All right, you been watching The Real World?
No.
Oh. Well,
I stopped watching The Real World like in 9th grade.
I mean, here's my thing. Like, I stopped. Honestly, to be honest,
Who
I stopped.
watches The Real World anymore?
I do. I mean, I think it's popping. This year, they're bringing in people like whoever your enemy is. They bring your enemy in, then you get to live with that person.
This is so messy.
It's so messy.
Remember back in the day, it was this real chocolate brother, and he was with this really pretty brown-skinned girl, and they were my favorite couple.
From Vegas?
No, I don't remember, but it was just like, I think
Alton?
so.
Alton?
No, I don't think it was Alton. But that was the last things that I watched, and it was, I love their
Leroy?
relationship, and they broke up. Leroy and Alton. No, Antoine was a DeAndre.
Honey, well, I mean, my favorite from this season is Theo, and that's the only reason I brought this topic up. You know what I mean? Because I don't
Theo
do the
is still on there?
No, he ain't. He got kicked off because his ignorant-ass cousin. And I just personally feel, even though this is an old situation, but I just personally feel like the cousin should have been kicked off because don't no one care about Cornelius, whatever the fuck his goddamn name is. Like, he just looked like he caused too many problems. He ain't gonna learn nothing from this. Like, Theo needs to be on the motherfucking Real World, and I was really disappointed and upset that nobody really stood up for that. There's that. Now, what else is going on with this black magic?
Oh, so, well, no, I want to leave that for the last thing that we talk about with Reality X and Reality Check. Let's talk about Soulja Boy versus literally everybody on the face of this earth. What is his problem, and why is he starting so much drama with so many people? Is it to stay relevant?
Wait a minute, hold on. Variety said what? Haha, Jesse, why would you be on the next Finding Prince Charming? It would be epic, and you will find your true love. No, here's why I thought about it. If I was on one of these shows, no network would be able to take me, like realistically. I think I would be hilarious on a dating show, but I don't think I wouldn't be able to be in a house with like a set number of people because I'd be so over everybody. I'd be like, nah, he gonna go.
But I think you would be. I think your personality would be like so chill though, because truly it is like when it comes to drama, you don't feed into it. You kind of like back away from it.
Yeah, unless it's like foolishness.
But even then, so was like a quiet like check. It's
no,
not,
but
you're
that's what I'm
never
saying.
like out of the box crazy.
No, but it'll be a quiet check like, you're dismissed. Thanks.
I think I can see you on a show like fighting like one of these.
Well,
shows.
okay, so I did apply for this thing because my friend's friend is a casting director, and so it's like finding true love, and so I can't believe that I signed up for this.
Did you get a call back?
Well, I won't know yet. I literally just signed up for it. So basically, they match you with somebody, and based off whatever, and you guys have to travel the world. Like all expenses paid, and you go on this like crazy vacation, and like you do all these crazy things that you wouldn't do because the premise is like when you travel with somebody, you get connected to them in ways whatever. So at the end of the trip, you end up back at the airport here, and there's like this like wedding ceremony, and you get to decide if you're gonna get married. And this is why I can't go on a show like that because I'd be like, no.
Wait, how long is the trip? Is it like a month or like it's different if it's like maybe 6 months or a year of you traveling around the world, but a couple of weeks.
No, that's something like.
And then you come back and
I
it's
bet
like
you
dun,
bugging.
dun, dun, dun.
You bugging. Like if I only get the money, then I'm gonna be in trouble because my mom gonna be like, "You got married on television just for money? Jesus is gonna get mad at you." So I don't know. I did it just because it was a Tuesday and I was bored and I had nothing else to do and it was there. So we'll see. And I was like, you know what? What would be interesting? Me and a motherfucking traveling one-on-one with someone, and if it's somebody that someone thinks I should be with, and I don't feel like that, that's gonna be a long season.
Well.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, and so then this past Sunday I went to the Golden Globes.
Oh, tell them the story about Kenya and
Kenya and Nene. So and then Kenya was behind me. Now I've interviewed Kenya before, and I do believe Kenya has seen videos of some of the work that I've done.
Yeah.
So I turn over to Kenya and I look at Kenya. I was like, "Hey girl, why don't you come on over for an interview?" And her and Nene gonna look at me like, "Hey," and then continue to talk. Now, my camera person was filming, so I only knew one thing to do. So I turned to the camera and I started doing commentary on Miss Nene Leakes and Miss Kenya Moore. Because at the end of the day, why you didn't want to do the interview? I know why. I know why. Because you ain't got going on.
Ooh.
What you gonna talk about, Nene? Your ponchos from last season?
Talk about Nene.
What you gonna talk about, Kenya? You talking about you got a gat? You talking about you gonna shoot up Matt? Blah, 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 blah.
Did you hear over Christmas break how she went on this Instagram rant about some people trying to break into her house or like coming up onto her property?
Oh, was that the thing with the gun?
I think so.
And she was just
where she wanted to get a gun to protect herself, and it was specifically because there were a group of, it was like a man and like 2 women, I believe, who came onto her property knocking on her door. Cause
you're on reality television, you're putting your shit out there. You're putting your shit out there. So the thing is like, yeah.
I mean, why don't you have a gate or something that's surrounding your house that...
Or a moat in that fucking damn forest.
Well, she said that it wasn't complete. When is it going to be complete, Kenya? Because you've been working on your house since Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 and 2000. I'm confused. Honey, I'm just saying. All of that was not necessary. I just need Kenya to calm down.
It wasn't.
So they were throwing shade at you?
Yeah, well, Nene was just so oblivious to everything.
But she is a shade thrower because she's throwing shade at...
But some cool people that I did meet, the cast from Emerald City. Have you heard about
it? No, is it a reality show
or
is it just a regular show?
It's a regular show. It's like the Wizard of Oz, but it's like a new version of it.
Oh,
and it's
done.
no.
I'm asleep already. Just wake me up next time.
No, it's actually really dope.
Okay.
So I was interviewing her, never had seen it before. I saw a preview for it. Everyone looks really pretty in it. And she was just so cool. And
Who is it?
I forget what her name is. She's new, and she was just so cool though. And she was like, "Please watch it." Like, and
is this on Netflix, Hulu, Fox, ABC, NBC?
NBC.
Okay.
And the only reason I said is because she's gonna be at the NBC upfronts this week.
Nice.
So I wanted to see it that way. When I see her, because I promised her I'd watch it, I would know what to talk about. It's actually really good. It gives me Once Upon a Time.
I love
but
Once Upon a Time.
a more serious. Like, it's not campy, like how Once Upon a Time can be campy.
Very cheesy.
Yeah, no, this isn't. They really like took like the yellow brick road. The way that it is the yellow brick road is interesting. I wouldn't want to be in this Oz. I'd rather be in like the other. This Oz looks scary as fuck. But she was cool. But then my favorite person was. Have you ever seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No, I don't like that show.
Oh, okay. Well, I love it. And on it, there's this girl. Her name is Stephanie in real life, but she looked so pretty in person. We're interviewing, and she was so nice. And come to find out, she's bisexual. So we started kikiing on the carpet. And this bitch came out the party with a champagne glass and was like, "Is anyone bringing you guys champagne?" I was like, "Nah, girl." She was like, "Here," and then gave me her bracelet to go inside the party. I was like, I fucks with you.
Cute. Well, we'll check it out. Emerald City on NBC.
Yeah, Fridays. But honestly, like, check it out. It's on Hulu, and it really is a cool. I thought it was dope. I see maybe one season, but.
So let's talk about Soulja Boy versus Chris Brown. Would you go and see the fight? Yes or no?
No.
Why?
I mean, I wouldn't be into it.
My thoughts exactly.
Here's my thing, though.
Why are we even
it can
playing
happen.
these games
I'm not
in
mad at it.
2017? No, I'm mad
I
at it.
was mad at it, but I'm
what
over
are we
it being
doing?
mad at it. I'm
like,
not
I
mad.
just recently watched freaking Taking the Stage, and it was such an amazing event on ABC. It just honored African American history, art, excellence. It was
What was
amazing. Taking the Stage. It premiered. It was a special. So the Obamas was in attendance. Barack Obama was singing along to Fight the Power, which when I saw him do that gave me the strength to make it through the next 4 years, because it was just like, and I recently watched Southside with You, which is such a romantic depiction of President Obama's and First Lady Michelle's first date. Anyway, going back to this freaking Soulja Boy versus Chris Brown, why are we playing these games in 2017? Grow up. And this is all over Coochie Coo. Coochie already said that she didn't want nothing to do with this bull crap. So I don't even know why there's any beef or dilemma. This is ridiculous. I'm done.
I just think it got out of hand all of a sudden.
It did.
Now
and then 50 wants to back him.
Well, he wants to back Chris Brown, which I think that's some tea. But I just think everyone's in on this. I think that it's just a way for everyone.
Publicity stunt?
Yeah.
Did they Kardashian us?
I think it is a Kardashian situation. I think it's a way Soulja Boy's trying. Like, look at 50. The fact that 50 Cent's involved in this. 50 Cent is known as the beefer. This is what he does. He beefs with somebody so that he can gain attention, so that he can gain popularity. Mm-hmm. He out here beefing with Taraji P. Henson, Vivica Fox. Like, stop. So I think it's a publicity stunt. I think that. At first, I was just kind of like, why are we watching the celebrity death match of The Walking Dead? Like, these two crackhead zombies, like,
right.
Chris
Brown can be so great.
That's what my problem is like
on the music.
Chris
now, Soulja
Brown,
Boy,
like,
you can never be great. I did love the another ooh, but I was like back in. I was like,
swear.
We're
I
done.
mean, I liked. He has some.
It was
some
cute,
interesting
but
things.
that was when I was younger.
My thing
When
is,
I listen to that right now, no.
Chris Brown.
I feel like he is a musician.
Nope, not
he
no
is
more.
An artist.
Not
but
no more.
if he focuses and gets back on track and leave Coochie Coo alone.
Here's my thing with Chris Brown. Why? Like I said this last week. If you walk past a homeless man and the homeless man starts calling you, "Oh, you fucking cunt," are you gonna be like, "Oh my God, what did you call me?
That's true.
Fuck you," and start beating the homeless? No, you can be like, "Oh, sir, like I'm so sorry. Here's some change," and continue along your day. So like here you have Soulja Boy who hasn't had a song in how long, who's sitting out here fucking playing with himself on Snapchat, literally has his dick out on Snapchat and is doing drugs and on Instagram, and you're mad at him for commenting on something? Like, he's a crackhead. Like, so you're Chris Brown, you're out here fucking with crackheads. That's what I'm fucking irritated with, and I'm irritated that all these other people are supporting this.
That's true.
Put Soulja Boy in a fucking home someplace. Feed him. Feed that boy. Like, I just can't. And Chris, you need to eat something too, because you looking skinny.
Well, let's talk about Vivica Fox and this Black Magic show that she
Hold
that
on,
just
before we talk
recently
about
premiered.
anything black.
What? Because this is Black Hollywood Live. So what we shifting to?
Something that should have been black.
What?
So there was this TV show episode.
Justin Timberlake?
Girl. Joseph Fiennes, whatever the fuck his name is. So he was gonna play Michael Jackson in this TV special called Urban Myth, and basically it was about him, Michael Jackson, what's her name, and Marlon Brando, Elizabeth Taylor, and Marlon Brando, and this road trip that they took after 9/11. So pictures got out of him as Michael Jackson, and
It's not even funny.
it's not.
It's so horrible that you have to laugh.
And honestly, one of my roommates knows nothing about this kind of stuff, so I literally just showed him the picture. I said, "Who do you think this is?" He was like, "Who the fuck is this?" He's like, "I don't know." I said, "That's Michael Jackson." He was like, "Where?"
So Lifetime is trying to do.
Oh, they pulled it.
No, that one is pulled, but that was something overseas.
Oh yeah, wait. No, that was gonna play over here.
I know, but it was like funded and produced and all of that.
So that got totally pulled because of the negative comments from just the picture that they decided they're not gonna air this. And then now Lifetime wants to do a goddamn special. I'm just like, leave.
A biopic.
Stop.
But you know what? The guy that they did choose, that they cast as Michael Jackson, is actually, he looks a lot more like Michael than the other dude did.
Like,
I'm
here's
not
the thing.
mad at the casting, but I'm mad that they're even doing a biopic. It's like ever since Wendell did that with Aaliyah, I'm done.
No, and this Britney Spears one that's about to come out, I'm just like, stop.
But you know what? I really feel that they are just doing more and more of these because any publicity
They're just taking the name. Britney Spears, Whitney Houston, Aaliyah. People will watch it.
Whether they get negative reaction or not, people are going to talk about it and going to want to watch it to see what all the fuss is about. That's how it was with me and the Aaliyah biopic. I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
But I did.
But let me watch it to see.
And I watched the Whitney one after, too.
Yeah. So.
All right. Now what's going on with this Vivica Fox?
Vivica Fox, she has this new show called Black Magic, and it's on Lifetime, and it's just about pretty much male strippers, and the gay community really had a lot to say because Vivica said that this is a women's thing.
Yeah. Men
are not allowed in here. My men are not going to be dancing for men. They're dancing for women. So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I just think that, like, gay men, just stop. Like, why are we complaining right now? I'm not, because like, if you want these men to dance for you, just hit them up when they're off the show, because half of them are gay. And
it's ladies' night. Now, I am in support of the transgender community. I am in no way trying to, like, take it there. But I don't know. There's just, like, that gray area where people can argue, well, if it's ladies' night, I consider myself to be a lady, so can I come? And Vivica was pretty much saying no. So I don't know. I just feel like you always have to be so politically correct in this world.
I think it was hard for gays because it's like the gays love them some Vivica Fox, and so for them, it's kind of like they do. They always say that they didn't, but
so what?
I don't know. I mean, I just look at like I've never seen a male review show let men in. At all, ever. Like, I've never, because I've wanted to, when we were in Vegas.
We have to be progressive. It's 2017.
But, I mean, on the flip side of that, there have been times, like, I remember I was in Vegas with, like, Tiana and Courtney and them. And they
don't go to Vegas without me.
It was, like, for CES. Did you go to that? Years ago. No, you weren't there. Girl, when they had us up in the Hooters
I was
hotel.
there. No, you weren't at Hooters. I was at Hooters. The white people were not at Hooters.
I was at Hooters with Daryl and Nick in the same room, and I was on a cot.
Because they lump you.
Right, even though I'm white, I don't get the privileges that.
Yeah, I mean, but shoot.
I don't get all the perks. My white card don't be working my white card don't be working at all the scanners.
They hooked us up the last day, so that was cool. Yeah. What were we talking about?
Oh, so I remember I wanted to go to a male review show because everyone wanted to do it. And I was just like, that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I could just imagine going with you. Like, we would be a mess. We would be an absolute mess. So I'm totally cool with their not allowing that, but I do wish that there were some venues and not just gay venues. Like, that's the thing. Like, we were at some place before this, and the guy was like, oh, gay clubs have that. No.
Well, Jesse,
I don't
let
want
me just say
those
this.
go-go boys.
If it's ladies' night, it's ladies' night. Then there can be ones where it's just open to the public.
Yeah.
Anybody can go.
And I'm going to open that, and
night,
Vivica Fox can't come to it.
Oh. Ew. Sorry, Vivica. Anyway, I'm not here for the show anyway. It's kind of boring.
I can't imagine it being
it wasn't
entertaining, to be quite honest.
Yeah, so anyway, going on to our reality X and reality check. How do you feel? Well, I told you about taking the stage. It was amazing. Hopefully you have DVR'd it. If you do not, look it up and watch it. It was incredible. Like, I was moved to tears. It was so good. And it was inspirational. They took you to church at the end.
Were celebrities performed?
Yes.
Like a lot of them.
My favorite, first of all, Neo honored Michael Jackson. And I'm like, Chris Brown, why couldn't you get your life together long enough for them to ask you? Because he did a good job, but he did like a 2 out of 10. And Chris would have brought it. Chris would have been like a 9 out of 10.
Honey, I don't know about Chris right now.
I know he needs to get it together. But Usher performed. He did an amazing job. Christina Aguilera. Honey.
Oh, I can imagine.
Honey. She brought Fantasia was amazing. Common
There's a whole bunch of yelling at that party.
It was amazing. It was great.
Well, good for them because, Trump
is... Good for them. Good for them. Good for you black people.
Good for you black people.
Good for you.
Because the white people are having some difficulty at this year's inauguration with Donald Trump because apparently no one wants to sing for him except for Toby Keith and...
Or Steve Harvey. Because Steve Harvey did recently meet with Donald Trump.
Okay, well, girl, he better not sing.
Black Twitter was not here for it. And I don't know if I'm here for it.
Leave him alone. I'm not mad at anybody who wants to sit and have a conversation with Trump. Okay, I think that's what needs to happen. So for everyone being like, "Oh, you're talking to Trump," bitch. Someone needs to be over there. Someone needs to be like, "Hey, remember this? Remember this?"
No, I don't think that is the motive behind any of it.
What do you think the motive is?
And Donald Trump reached out to Steve Harvey to talk to Dr. Ben Carson about the urban community and helping build the urban community. And so Steve did take the Instagram. He did this long post talking about, I would meet with Dr. Ben Carson anytime, any day, blah, blah, blah. And I really feel like he has his heart in the right place. What does Dr. Ben Carson know about...
He don't know nothing about the heart. He know about the brain.
I know. He had, Dr. Ben Carson, he came from a rough place. But I feel like his mentality is if I made it, you can make it too. Everyone's circumstance is different. And I think they brought in Steve Harvey to, I don't know why, to appeal to us people who still are not believers.
But people, I don't feel like that Steve Harvey is like any sort of pinnacle person that you bring in that's like, we need a role model. Let's call Steve Harvey.
I think so.
No, I feel like people are kind of over Steve Harvey.
I think that Steve Harvey, that was a smart move on their part, because who else would they call in? They already tried to do it. They already tried to get the young vote with freaking Kanye looking cracked out. No, that didn't work.
Well, I mean, they even tried to get Jennifer Holiday, and she was like...
No, she was there until she got all that backlash. She was like, you know what, guys? Psych. I was just kidding.
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. You know what? I'm telling you I'm going. I'm going to go. You know what? I know I've been saying I ain't going to go, but I'm going to go this time.
But I ain't going to go now. But I ain't going to go.
Oh, I'm going to come? I'm going to come back?
I ain't going back.
I'm going to come back?
I ain't coming back.
I ain't going to go.
I ain't going.
Am I going to do it?
I'm doing it.
What are the people saying? They go. All right.
Is they for me? All right. And it's just a mess. Don't nobody want to be a part of this inauguration. A lot of people
Katy Perry was like, no.
Boycotting the inauguration.
YG said he would perform for $4 million.
And if he can perform, F Donald Trump. I'm totally down for that. One thing that I'm upset about, so I'm reality Xing that whole situation. Why does freaking President Obama have to escort Donald Trump to the White House on Inauguration Day?
Because that's what happens with everybody.
No, it does not.
What do you mean?
It does not happen. The president does not ride with the president-elect to the White House. Grow up, Donald. That does not happen. He just don't want nothing to pop off because everybody gonna know that President Obama in the core, so we about to pop off act stupid. No. And then the Clintons
Ooh,
are
what if
going.
something crazy happens?
Well, that's they're like, oh, let's get as many good people. Let's invite the Clintons, all these people. So, you know. I'm just like, grow. Donald, if you want to be the president of the United States, then you need to grow some. Okay? Including some on top of your head, because we all know that's a wig. Moving right along, Selena and The Weeknd. Bella Hadid unfollowed Selena Gomez literally the next day after she found out that she is dating The Weeknd. Now, Selena is supposedly
So wait, they're
Bella's
dating
good
officially?
friend.
I know they was kissing. You know how they be out here?
It doesn't matter if you're dating or hooking up. Like, that's
the same thing.
That's the same thing to me.
Yeah. And if that's your homegirl.
I'm reality
That's messy.
checking that because I would have unfollowed her too. Now, I would have went to her house first, had a conversation with her, and followed her in her face.
Selena. You know, you had that cute speech and all at the Billboard Awards or
You
whatever.
thought that was cute?
It was cute.
I fell asleep and woke up when she was done.
That's so you're so rude.
I know.
No
It's
hot.
It's 2017. I said
No
it.
hot.
Pray for me.
Anyway, speaking of heart or heart attack, Taco Bell decided they want to make a new situation. It is a
my
fried
gosh.
chicken shell. So basically, you get your taco not in a shell. The shell is fried chicken. It's a flat piece of chicken. It's a flat piece of chicken wrap. Are you good, girl? Yeah, right. All right. So it's a flat piece of chicken rolled up, and then you put your taco stuff inside of it. And I'm just like, Taco Bell got rated as one of the healthiest fast food chain restaurants, and I'm sitting over here like, how?
The healthiest.
One of, yeah.
In comparison to whom?
McDonald's, Burger King,
Burger
Wendy's.
King, Wendy's.
I mean, that's impressive because I'd be like scared to. When I was younger, I was in Florida at this Taco Bell, and they opened up the thing where they pull the taco meat out, and there were literally cockroach eggs in there. It was like fuzzy. It was just one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. So I have an issue with Taco Bell, even though it's bomb as fuck sometimes.
No, Taco Bell gives me the.
When I'm drunk, girl, they all give me the runs. But I'm just like, at the end of the day,
I will not eat that mess. Like, I have not had fast food in such a long time. I will get McDonald's coffee, though.
And
We're killing each other. We're killing our bodies.
I do feel like McDonald's did change their food around. Like, I feel like they really were like,
But to me, that's a slap in the face. Because it's like, okay, we were giving you fake food. Now we're going to slap some
no,
good
nobody
stuff.
slaps anybody in the face more than Subway. The audacity that they be like, I'll be like, can I get the chicken teriyaki something? And they be like, okay. And I look at them and I'm like, bitch, that ain't chicken. How you gonna have two types of chicken and one chicken talking about antibiotic and then you got this? What is that?
Well, what is that? Because they're new that came out for around Thanksgiving. It was like
the carved turkey,
yeah.
And then they got the other turkey, and the other turkey's slimy. It got this like weird like hologram color that looked like a fly wing.
Gray, and it's like if you move it, it's like iridescent.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the roast, and I won't dare touch a roast beef from Subway because I'm just like, why does your roast beef look like a kaleidoscope or like a dress for like the Golden Globes?
Even their tomatoes are weird. Like sometimes their
I
tomatoes
don't
look
do
like
vegetables from there.
literally it looks like a cherry. Like the color, and I'm like, tomatoes are not, the insides of tomatoes are not supposed to be that bright. What's wrong with your tomatoes?
Like my thing with Subway, like except this one. There's this one Subway that I go to because there's just this one woman there. And when I become famous, I am gonna hire her because there ain't nobody in this world that does a better job than this woman. And
Bless her heart.
child, I will wait and I will let people pass me so that she make my sub.
Oh, bless her.
Cause she'll like know when the bad meats and she'll like flip a couple up and get me the good piece of meat. And then I look at her and I'm kind of like, you left those in there. Someone gonna eat those. Okay.
Right.
But as long as it ain't me.
But everybody trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents.
Yep.
I don't blame them because you know what? Rent is increasing, but wages are not.
Honey, and speaking of that, American Apparel went under and got bought out. Bought out.
For only, what, $80 million, I believe? But they had made like $600 million 2 years ago. So it was a cheap deal, pretty much. The British company, I believe it was British, who bought the
Montreal. It's from
Canada.
Yep.
The Canadian company who did buy American Apparel, they got a really good
Gildan?
deal.
Gildan.
Yes. And they only make socks in America. They're just using American Apparel's brand.
I actually feel like I have Gildan socks.
I just feel like that's kind of whack because you got all of these employers who are not going to be no longer on the payroll, who are losing their jobs, and the CEO who actually stepped down a couple of years ago was like, I'm so disappointed.
But the problem was is that everything in your fucking store was fucking basic or expensive.
No, it was a basic and expensive. It was a t-shirt for $70. And the only reason that I would shop at American Apparel when I did is because it was made in the U.S. and I felt like I was I felt like I was doing something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but still, at the same time,
expensive.
this is the thing with American companies. It's like, okay, make your products here, because 100% the past year and a half, I've really been conscious about like buying certain products and like, because I'll pay a little bit more if I know it's sustainable, like if it's gonna give back to the community or whatever. But it's like, it also has to be reasonably priced.
Yeah.
And Target is one of the best places I go to because I feel like some of their stuff is like ridiculous, but you can find good brands reasonably priced that are like give back. Like Tom's does a really good job of like figuring a good price point to where it's like, okay, I know what I'm putting my money towards. I know that these chemicals won't hurt me. These things won't hurt me.
Honest, I really love Jessica Alba's entire line. I know that she had some pushback recently because some of the ingredients were not known to really be what they said that they were. But it was all hearsay. It wasn't like actual facts. And I love Honest Company. I use their dish detergent. I use their laundry detergent. I use their everything.
And the other thing is when we hear things like that, instead of like jumping on it and being like, oh, well, you know, Honest is fake or Chipotle doesn't use this or whatever. Look into it, research it, because maybe that is true. And maybe they, as a company, because they are new and being sustainable, that is a new thing for us here in America. So I think that it's like if you hear that, check it out. And then see what the company's doing about it. Because if the company is actually saying, you know what, we do want to make changes, that's the kind of company you want to stay with. Because they're listening to you. They're saying, okay, you know what, people are nervous about this. We're going to do this. Like, to me, that's really important to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just out here buying Nike and shit, like, and, you know, no shade to Nike, but like.
Kid, 5-year-olds in freaking China making it for pennies a day. It's so ridiculous. But anyway, that's all that we have for you today. Jesse, where can everyone find you?
Boom, everywhere at DJ Jesse J.
It was so great to be back, everyone. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AshleyGrayTV. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood
Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.